Can you tell us a little bit about, I know you guys have the AI dictation
Yeah.
to image projection.
Sure.
So these are the 13.3s?
Yes. So Fraimic's going to come in two sizes, our standard, which is utilizing the 13.3-inch screen, and then our large, the 31.5. We like to say Fraimic is the only smart color e-ink canvas that turns your voice into art. So you have an account, it's literally as simple as telling Fraimic what you want to see. There's two capacitive touch strips on both sides of the mat. They're designed to be minimal, invisible, can't even see it. It's supposed to be like a piece of art. You click it, LED pops up. Once it goes red, paint me a picture of a unicorn flying into space, coming in contact with the moon, and a rainbow's moving over it. You tap it once more to end the recording. That recording is then translated into text using Whisper by OpenAI. The recording and the text is then sent to our OpenAI account. That recording is then transformed into an image. Then the image needs to be converted into a binary file for the e-ink Spectre 6. That comes back, sends back in just about under 2 minutes, so we'll keep talking as that's processing. Yeah. We'll print right onto Fraimic. A couple of really cool things about it is that there's a built-in accelerometer. So we're showing it in portrait and in landscape. Yeah. If I do a voice to vision, there's going to be a message sent to our server that tells it, oh, it's in portrait, it's in landscape. Make sure you crop it accordingly. Cool. The idea with this is that it should be really intuitive. Yeah. It shouldn't be using apps. It shouldn't be using technical specs. You know what you want to see, tell Fraimic what you want to see. And it's really as simple as that.
So in that process you were talking about, sending it to the OpenAI Whisper and then processing it, at what point are you guys doing the conversion from the actual inputs to the dithering and the algorithms in the Fraimic?
Yeah, great question. I mean, OpenAI will only send back like a JPEG or a PNG. Okay. They're not going to create a binary file.
Gotcha.
Here comes our unicorn.
You said that you're converting it to a binary file, then you're processing it. And then
so the PNG is going to come back to our device. Okay. Our device then on this, in conjuncture with the server, is going to make that conversion.
Okay. And there's the unicorn in space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right? And then, as I'm sure you know, Vlad, like e-ink, what's beautiful about it is that it reflects light naturally. There's no backlight. With these devices, even with changing the image like this, you're getting multi-years of battery life.
Yeah.
So the voice to vision is a really amazing feature, but also you can upload any piece of art or photo that you want. I have worked in consumer electronics long enough to really hate smartphone apps. I can't stand them. You have to update them quickly. You never can update them quickly enough. There's limitations you have at the App Store. I wanted to make it super simple, so a grandmother could use it, a child could use it.
Yeah.
Desktop, PC, phone, tablet, you go to fraimic.com/upload, and you have your account right here.
Okay.
So what's amazing about it, and this one's connected to this frame, but if it was connected to this, it shows the image that I made in my gallery. So every voice to vision image I create, it comes to here, so if I need to recall back to go back to it, it's going to go. But sending it from the app and on my phone is as simple as just grabbing the image, and then I'll hit send to canvas. So it goes here, it says got it, and then I'm going to tap. Now, the tap is interesting because in a normal scenario, it would be doing a voice to vision recording. So in fact, it's actually looking for the image. See, I'm not going to tap it again. Yeah. So it's thinking it's doing a recording, but it's soon going to see that, and then it will start to process. So it takes a sec.
So the tapping, for example, on that one?
Now it's processing.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So the tapping on that one, for example, the mic's not always listening, right? It's when it's when you tap, then it listens, and then you tap again, and it stops.
100%.
Cool.
And in the settings, you can fully disable it. There are parental locks so that your kid isn't coming up there and just like pushing things in.
Nice.
Also on protection, we're completely bound by the copyright and the legal things that OpenAI would protect. So you're not going to be able to do anything illegal. You're not going to be able to do harmful stuff. Copyright is in protection. Okay. And so here's the image upload from it. So this was my strawberry photo right from there.
Gotcha.
And so that's just a single tap.
In landscape.
And it'll be coming in landscape. Now, if I brought in a portrait one too that I had done before in portrait, it's going to crop it for landscape as well.
Okay, nice. A little strawberry on an ice ring.
Yeah, that was my wife's prompt last night. I was like, a what on a what? But it kind of worked.
Yeah. So you said you've worked in consumer electronics for a while, or technology in general. Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about your history in that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have always been in creative fields, and then I've always been in creative consumer electronic fields. So prior to Fraimic, I launched and ran my own hardware startup for 7 years before it was acquired by Logitech. It was called Hook Audio.
Okay.
I invented a line of pro-grade Bluetooth microphones for mobile creators and streamers.
Yeah.
I used to be a theatrical sound artist, so I brought pro-grade audio recording technology to mobile Bluetooth devices for everyone to be able to use.
Okay.
A lot of my story and my ethos and the things that I like to create are products that someone a lot crazier and smarter than me is going to use in a way that like I never thought of. That's what keeps me
So
going.
it makes sense that you brought the audio into these frames.
Brought the audios into it, and I've gone audio to visual. I was like, I'm bored with sound. Might as well do some video or some
Nice.
photo stuff. Yeah.
So it looks like you have 2 different frames here, kind of maybe a walnut and a darker, like ebony color.
Yeah. The standard frame that is going to come with it is going to be this dark wood.
Okay.
I guess if you want to pan around, you're going to see here. It's helping it all. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. So what you see behind here is the actual canvas, and that's why we call it a smart canvas. These are your standard just frame, metal hooks things.
So it looks, yeah.
So you can pop that out. The canvas is itself, it's completely contained and can be popped into any other frame. You've got hanging mounts right there, and then your USB-C charging port that comes into there.
Okay.
It's the same construction for the standard as it is the large.
Nice. That's awesome. I know it's like a relatively new product, so have you guys been doing testing on battery life, etc.?
Yes, we have. I mean, the reality is whether you're doing a voice division or you're doing an image upload, it's pretty much taking the same amount of power, the same amount of strain to update that image.
Okay.
As you know, and maybe as the listeners don't, the ink displays only take battery when they're sort of changing the image. So we are seeing, multiple years if you're keeping that image up there. If you're changing it once a day, you're seeing a battery life similar to probably what the other e-ink canvases are on the market. Right?
And could you talk a little bit about, if I'm remembering correctly, it was the 30 TeV, is that right? Could you talk a little bit more about that panel and maybe other ones that you're looking at or if you've looked at already?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, our big thing, because Fraimic is modular, we wanted it to fit in some really popular frame sizes. And our very, very popular frame size is the 24 by 36.
Okay.
I was going to say 24 by 48. 24 by 36, your poster size. We wanted a good size screen to fit in that frame. Some of the other competitors, they're kind of modular, but their frame sizes are very strange. They're not standard. We wanted to be able to get off-the-shelf things. So this is a 14 by 18, and you get a 24 by 36.
So it's compatible with a lot of random frames you could buy at a store.
Totally, right? Anything that you're going to get. The canvases are an inch thick, so whether the frame is, we wanted to make sure it was a frame that you could buy anywhere that you could fit into it.
Awesome. I mean, I think those are all probably the questions I had. Anything else you'd like to add?
I think it's just important to note that, Fraimic is designed to let you change the art in your home instantly without a lot of tools in many different ways, whether you upload an image or an art or you create it yourself. And it's designed to be seamless. It's designed to be very sort of interactive and conversationally based rather than through an app or a subscription. We just want it to be really elegant.
Okay. Well, that's Anthony from Fraimic, everyone. So thanks for the information. I guess one other thing, product availability, when would that potentially
For sure.
be?
Yeah. So we're in mass production for both the sizes right now.
Okay.
We will finish those pretty much right when the factory gets back from Chinese New Year. And if you pre-order on our site right now, we'll start shipping it in May of 2026.
Okay.
Awesome.
Very nice. That's awesome.
Thanks,
Thanks
Vlad.
for the interview.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So anyways, if you want to see more about the Fraimic, I covered that a little bit in a video. You can check that out here. But thanks to Anthony, and see you in the next one.
Thanks.